Mr. Taliaferro TV. How's everybody doing? I'm keeping you updated with that NBA draft coverage. This is my passion. Worked at ESPN for this, so I kind of know a little bit what I'm talking about, all right? I don't know everything. I interned at ESPN. Kind of know a little bit about this game of basketball. Kind of know a little bit about sports. You might think of me as a hip-hop guy, but kind of know a little bit what I'm talking about. All right, with the NBA draft tonight, a lot of people been talking Lonzo Ball, of course, because of his dad. And his talent. Let's give this brother credit. He's still a talented brother on the court, but his dad exponentially helped their brand, and his dad is really pushed this thing to another level. All right, let's be honest about it. Lonzo Ball has been the most critiqued player, and he ain't even played a game in the NBA in quite some time. He's getting that LeBron James like critiques. All right, it's there because of his father, Lavar Ball. And a question that's come up to me a lot: what do you think about Lonzo Ball? Do you think he's overrated? Do you think his dad has gassed him up too much? Will he be able to exceed these expectations? And I want to make this clear. Again, I watch a lot of college basketball. I covered it for 3.5 years in college. I've watched Ben Simmons live. I've watched guys of that magnitude live. I've watched them on the court. I've been on the court covering these games. Listen, my thoughts about Lonzo Ball are quite simple. He's not overrated. All right, and contrary to who his dad is, Lonzo Ball on the court is not a selfish guy. So when you're talking about him, he's going to be a Los Angeles Laker. That's unless something crazy happens tonight. He'll be a Los Angeles Laker. When you talk about a guy like Lonzo Ball, he's going to be a guy that just gets people the basketball. All right, you see them once every, I guess, 10 years now. Magic, Braun. Now you got pretty much like once every 15 years. You got Magic, Braun, and you got Lavar. Now Lonzo. Now you got point guards in between that get people the ball, but when you got somebody at the 2 guard, at the 3, from a size standpoint, that are that focused on getting other guys the basketball, you have to really realize what you're dealing with here. These are once in a lifetime talents. From a passing standpoint, they see the court differently. And Lonzo is very athletic himself. His shot, I don't think, is as broken as a lot of people say it. Even though it starts right here and ends right there, I don't think we should care about where it begins. At the end, it usually is right here. The release point is perfectly fine, and if it goes through the net, who am I or who are you to complain how it gets to go through the net? As long as it goes through the net, I don't think his shot is broken. I think his playmaking abilities are impeccable. I think he's going to have to work on his mid-range game. I think he's going to have to work on his defense right now. If you get Lonzo Ball, I keep saying Lavar Ball. I feel like Lavar Ball is the one getting drafted. If you get Lonzo Ball, one-on-one situations, you can attack him. You can get to the rack. His first step is not that quick on defense. I'm going to be honest with you. He has to work on that. De'Aaron Fox and Malik Monk in Kentucky tore him up. I know he was out there by himself, and I know he had his mama on his mind. They tore him up. And they literally put him in that pick and roll. They switched. It was a mess. I mean, Lonzo was all over the place defensively. He was scratching his head on the court in Memphis, Tennessee, my hometown. So I do think he has to clean up his defense, but I'm telling you, this guy is a star. I just know a star when I see one, and he has that special trait. I think Ben Simmons had some of it too. I just think the brother's very arrogant at his age to not have done anything. I don't think Lonzo Ball is arrogant. Now, the rapping, over that Drake Free Smoke, I'm cool on that. I don't need that. I don't need the rapping. I don't like that. Work on your game, kid. You ain't did nothing in the league first, all right? Guys like Allen Iverson, Kobe Bryant, Shaq, they rapped after they knew they were going to be successful in the NBA. You ain't did that yet. I'm cool on the freestyles, and it wasn't that hot. But we talking basketball on the court, the brother can hoop. He can hoop with the best of them, and when you put him on your team, you can't only say this about a few guys, right? You got Damian Lillards of the world, you got Russell Westbrooks of the world, but you got Carmelo Anthony's of the world. But when you put them on your team, can you guarantee that you're going to make people around you better? That's not true. You can't guarantee me that. When I put Lonzo Ball on the court, Brandon Ingram's a better player. I think they're going to be great together when they figure this thing out. You got guys like everybody's going to benefit. Maybe even a Julius Randle. I don't like Julius Randle just posting up, trying to get his own shot. But when you got a guy like Lonzo Ball who can get him the ball in transition, they're going to push this thing. Lonzo getting the ball up and down the court in 4 or 5 seconds. All right? They're going to push this thing, and they're going to try to make a Showtime LA. You got Magic running the VP side of things. They're going to try to push this ball up and down the court. I think now Julius Randle can step back a seat and kind of get back into that role that he was at in Kentucky. Very comfortable for him. He's been struggling to find his way, undersized at the 4, but too big to play the 3, really can't dribble like that on the perimeter. Now you can put him back into his position and try to get him easier shots. And you're talking about acquiring a Paul George maybe tonight or definitely a year from now if all things go correctly. Paul's going to like to play with Lonzo Ball. He can give him the rock. Paul don't feel like he got to be the guy that got to create his own shot, run the offense. You can just get up in the post, or you can just spot up, whatever you need to do, get the ball in great spots and score. Lonzo Ball is a star. Don't let these people hype you out of what he is. He'll be better than Markelle Fultz. Fultz might be a better scorer. You might see the averages, and they might lean to Fultz. He might average 23 and 4 assists, but Lonzo's going to average 19 and 11. I like that 19-11 because you're accounting for more points than what Markelle Fultz is doing. Just my opinion. Thank you so much for the time, loves part. Don't take it for granted. Subscribe to my channel. Salute. I'm out. If you're looking to book me for an interview video or by phone, if you're looking to have your music or your skill featured on my daily podcast, if you're looking to book me for a speaking engagement to help motivate some kids, if you're looking to have me rock some of your clothing to help promote your brand, make sure you hit me up at booking@itsmrtaliaferro.com. Again, that's booking@itsmrtaliaferro.com.